A few weeks ago, I made a decision that a lot of people who love technology have probably considered at some point. I fully switched to Linux. Not just installing Linux alongside Windows, not just testing a distribution in a virtual machine, and not just booting into it once in a while. I actually made Linux my primary operating system. My goal was simple. I wanted to find out what everyday computing would really feel like if I stopped relying on Windows and committed to Linux completely. But there was one question I couldn't answer before making the switch. After using Linux every single day, would I actually want to stay? At first, the switch felt surprisingly exciting. There is something refreshing about starting with a completely different operating system and having the freedom to configure it the way you want. I wasn't being pushed toward a particular ecosystem, and I wasn't dealing with the same Windows interface and workflow I had become accustomed to over the years. Linux gave me choices everywhere. I could choose my desktop environment, my applications, my file manager, my terminal, my update strategy, and even how much control I wanted over the system itself. That freedom is one of Linux's biggest strengths, but it can also become one of its biggest challenges. The first thing I noticed was performance. On the same hardware, Linux felt extremely responsive. Applications opened quickly, the desktop stayed smooth, and background processes generally felt less intrusive. Even when I had multiple applications running, the system remained comfortable to use. Of course, Linux performance depends heavily on the distribution, desktop environment, drivers, and hardware, so I'm not going to claim that Linux automatically makes every computer faster. But in my particular setup, the experience was excellent. It immediately made me wonder why I had spent so much time assuming that Windows was the only practical choice. Then came the customization. This is where Linux started becoming addictive. On Windows, there are limits to how much you can change without using third-party tools or accepting compromises. On Linux, customization can go incredibly deep. I could change the appearance, panels, shortcuts, window behavior, themes, terminal, notifications, and almost every part of the desktop experience. And if I didn't like something, there was usually another option. That level of control made the computer feel more personal. But after the excitement wore off, the real test began. Switching operating systems isn't difficult because you can't install Linux. It's difficult because you have habits. Years of using one operating system teach you where everything is, which applications you use, how files are organized, which keyboard shortcuts you know, and how you solve problems. Suddenly, even simple tasks can require learning something new. I had to adjust my workflow, rethink some applications, and occasionally search for solutions to problems that I would never have encountered on Windows. Gaming was one of the biggest questions. Linux gaming has changed dramatically, and tools like Steam, Proton, and compatibility layers have made the situation much better than it used to be. Many Windows games now run surprisingly well on Linux. Some titles work almost perfectly, while others require additional configuration. That was a huge positive for me because gaming used to be one of the strongest arguments for staying on Windows. But Linux gaming still isn't universally perfect. Certain multiplayer games, especially those relying on specific anti-cheat systems, can still be problematic. If your favorite game doesn't work, it doesn't matter how impressive the rest of the operating system is. Then there were productivity applications. This is where things became more complicated. If you mainly use a browser, email, cloud services, media players, coding tools, and open-source applications, Linux can be incredibly capable. For programming and development, Linux can actually feel like the natural environment. The terminal is powerful, package managers are convenient, and development tools are usually well supported. But if your workflow depends heavily on specific Windows-only applications, switching can become much harder. Compatibility layers can solve some problems, but they aren't magic. Sometimes an application works perfectly. Sometimes it works with a few limitations. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. There are also professional applications where alternatives simply aren't good enough for everyone. This is an important point because Linux isn't automatically better just because it gives you more freedom. The best operating system is ultimately the one that allows you to do your work without constantly fighting against it. Another thing I appreciated was software installation. Linux package managers can make installing applications incredibly convenient. Instead of searching the web, downloading an installer, clicking through several screens, and hoping you selected the right options, you can often install software directly through your distributions, software center, or package manager. Flatpak and other modern packaging technologies have also made application availability much better across different distributions. But Linux still has a learning curve. There are different package formats, repositories, permissions, compatibility considerations, and commands that new users may encounter. The experience is improving, but it isn't always as simple as people claim. Updates were another interesting part of the experiment. Linux gave me more control over when and how my system was updated. I didn't feel like the operating system was constantly trying to dictate my schedule. At the same time, Linux isn't immune to update problems. A bad update, incompatible driver, or configuration issue can still cause trouble. The difference is that Linux often gives you more tools to understand and fix what happened. That can be empowering if you enjoy troubleshooting, but intimidating if you simply want the computer to work. And that brings me to the biggest question: will I stay? Honestly, after using Linux as my primary operating system, I'm much more likely to stay than I expected. Not because Linux is perfect, because it definitely isn't. I'm staying because the advantages have become part of the way I use my computer. The freedom, performance, customization, privacy, open source ecosystem, and control over the system are difficult to give up once you've experienced them every day. But I'm also not going to pretend that I have completely forgotten about Windows. There are situations where Windows is still the easier choice. Certain games, applications, hardware, utilities, professional software, and workflows simply work with less effort there. For some people, those things will be enough to make Linux a bad fit. And that's completely fine. Switching operating systems shouldn't be treated like joining a team where you have to defend your choice forever. For me, the biggest surprise wasn't that Linux worked. I already knew Linux could work. The surprise was how quickly it stopped feeling like an experiment and started feeling like my computer. Instead of constantly thinking, I'm using Linux, I eventually just started thinking, I'm using my PC. That might be the most important sign that an operating system is right for you. So after fully switching to Linux, will I stay? Right now, the answer is yes. But I'm keeping one important condition: the operating system has to continue serving my needs. I'm not staying because Linux is trendy, and I'm not leaving just because one application doesn't work perfectly. I'm going to use the system that gives me the best balance of performance, reliability, compatibility, freedom, and productivity. And that's probably the biggest lesson from this entire experiment. You don't have to completely hate Windows to love Linux. You don't have to believe Linux is perfect to choose it. And you don't have to promise that you'll never switch back. Operating systems are tools, and tools should work for you. After making the full jump, Linux has proven that it can absolutely be my daily driver. Whether it remains that way for years is something I'll discover over time. But for now, after everything I've experienced, I'm not looking for the exit. I'm actually looking forward to seeing just how far I can take this Linux journey.